Hello everyone. This is Maria with mariascraftingcorner.com. Welcome to another paper crafting video. Hey Tracy and Rosie, thank you for being here today with me. It's been crazy. How often do I say that? I should look back at my videos and see when I say it's been crazy and kind of compare what's happening each season to see what's going on. But work just we just changed from one system to the other, and holy moly, the change was today. So it was really like a really weird day, and I'm pretty sure you all know that when you change systems, um what happened is that they don't work the first day. It's just like this really weird thing, right? Hey Elizabeth, welcome for and thank you for being here. So anyways, just a lot of those circumstances where you can't really control, but it gets really busy. And of course, getting ready for my trip, and I'm telling you guys, it's been a busy month. I'm like out of shape for that kind of stuff. So thank you for being here. I'm gonna start to do this as fast as possible. Maybe not as fast. Let's be honest. I am not the fastest of crafters, and I think you all know that. Hey Donna, how are you? But I want to show you a few things that have changed. It is July 1st. Woohoo! And so we have two new kits. One is Halloweenish, very beautiful, and then this birthday fancy kit. I really like it. I love the colors in it, and I am really feeling tempted. I am really feeling tempted to get like a lot of things. And I have to tell you, I can't, but oh my goodness, that kit is beautiful. Donna is asking if I'm going back home. Yes. Hi, Adrian. I am going back to Costa Rica for a couple of weeks. So I always love going back home. It's, I just miss them all logically. And so I enjoy it very much, but it does put a lot of like extra stress on videos and work. And yeah, it just gets convoluted. And then I want to show you, which I had shown you already, the paper pumpkin kit that is coming for July. Yes. And it's sweeter with you. I told you guys that I saw one, and it's really beautiful. I like it. Anita is saying that that's a really cute kit. Yes, I have to tell you, both kits are really beautiful. I told you guys I'm no longer like getting any Halloween stuff, but it's getting tough, right? Because they're like both of the suite that came out today. It's amazing. I really like that suite. Really love the colors and all that good stuff. And anyways, it's just really, I mean, they've made a good effort, is what I would say, with all the new products. So, hey, Jill, good morning. Donna, of course you can come in the suitcase. You just have to get here before I leave. And we have the album retreat. Guys, I've not really promoted that. I guess I'm a scrapbooker and I love the idea. I just don't know if a lot of you will be interested in it. And I know most of the people that kind of visit this channel are demonstrators. So I'm pretty sure you're aware of what's happening. But if you're not, we are having a scrapbooking weekend retreat here in a couple of weeks. Wow. And it's really good price for the amount of stuff you get, but it's not the cheapest, right? I think it's $250 in the United States. And again, you get a ton of stuff because you'll get the everything to make 12 layouts. I'd say 24 layouts. So it's really worth it, but again, it's got, a higher price point than our usual stuff. So maybe that's why I've not promoted that much. And the last thing, this is the lady we're going to be working from today. That didn't sound good. Sorry about that. So I saw the card that we'll be making today from Zara. And actually, Jill, I think it was inspired by what you sent to me. So Jill sent me a couple of videos the other day. One of them is amazing, but I figured I want to do first something, I guess step one, and the one that Jill sent me will be step two, and we'll do that other card in a couple of weeks, maybe when I come back. So pretty much what's happening is we have these gorgeous floating images. I want to say images. It's not the right word. Floating die cuts, maybe. And it just creates a beautiful option for anything. I can't, well, you'll see when we create it. Sarah, I saw her video. I'll try to link it down below. I always forget to link it down below, and then it makes no sense, right? So I always try to give credit to the people that created it. And so she claimed in the video that hey Kim, how are you, that she created the mechanism. So all the glory to her. Not all the glory, but well, you guys know what I'm trying to say, I guess. How do I say that better? Hi Deborah. Oh Deborah, you are so kind. That's very nice of you. Well, all the kudos to Sarah, because all the glories to God. So just, I had to correct myself. Anyways, I'm breathing in, breathing out, because it's been a crazy day. And I am hoping that we create something really, really fun today. Oh, Deborah, that's scary. How do I look? She's saying that she's watching me on the big screen, so I don't know how that goes. Anyways, let's go to the crafting table if I'm able to find my cursor. There we go. Ah, good. It transitioned really well. Okay, so what are we going to be using today, guys? We're going to be using mainly the celebratory sips suite that it's been available for a little bit. I think it was an online exclusive too that came out, what, June? So I really like it. May? Goodness, I can't keep track. But it's one of my favorite sweets. But I'm finding, and you guys are going to laugh, I am finding it super hard to create with it for whatever reason. I'm going to use this. It makes sense. Then the color here and the color there. And holy moly, did I get myself rolling and just it was just really funny how you sometimes start struggling with what you have available. And so I'm just letting you know, so you know that it happens to all of us. But it's a really cute sweet. I actually only got the DSP. I did not get the either, not the bundle. I didn't get anything else but the DSP. And partially it's because it has a lot of items you fussy cut, or you can fussy cut, and I figured you can just do that. So I've seen other demonstrators doing some really, really cool things with the bundle, but again, I just didn't get it. So just bear with me. Now we are going to be using, let me bring all my little papers in here. So I have, this is a retired punch, and of course I don't have, because I bought it so long ago that I stopped. I didn't add the name here. Now I add it, so I just know at least what it is. But it just helps you create corners, and I really like this. It's super useful, and we'll be using these for one of the tags. And then I am going to be using the Unbounded Love Dies, which they are still available. I think I saw today they say it's like low inventory, but I really like them. They just have all these little dies that you can utilize to do for sentiments, and I actually love that. So I find them very useful. I've not used them a whole lot, but we're going to use a ton of them today. And yeah, super cool. I like them. This is another one of those. Hey Tara, many blessings to you too. I did not get the stamp set. I just got the dice because the dice work for everything, right? For other sentiments. So I just didn't see the need of getting that. Now this is a set that is available today, and I couldn't help it. I laughed so much when I saw this set because it has so many funny comments, right? So many candles. And I don't know about you, but I feel like you're not 29 anymore. It's all fun and games until your metabolism slows down. Anyways, we're going to be using a few of these today. Um, Hopefully, the idea I have is fun and hilarious, and I just hope that we achieve that. But this is the one we're using. This is a stamp set. It does not bring any die set. And yeah, a lot of fun. I am not even sure who I'm going to give this card because it has to be somebody with a sassy sense of humor. And the last thing that we're going to be using today is the Forever Plat embossing folder. I've used this over and over again since I got it. Kiwi, she's not here, but she'll say, what are you doing to to that embossing folder? I always mess them up for some reason. I can't tell you what happens, guys. The good news is that I have well, not everything, but I have already the PDF tutorial ready, and I have it here because it's my cheat sheet, of course, and it has, seems I'm back. There was like a weird thing going on, but I am back, it seems. That is okay. Let me know. Let me know if I'm back. I could tell that it kind of got blurry, but it seems to have healed. Let me know if you can see me well. Okay. Anyways, I have the PDF tutorial already, and for you, and it includes a couple of templates for you to just to guide you. But of course, it's not, I mean, I guess the way I see this is you kind of like get the tutorial and use the video as guide as well. So I'll be having probably that today. Thank you, Rosie, I appreciate that. Probably later in the night, or later in the night sounds like 1 o'clock in the morning. Later today. Probably like a couple of hours, if we don't take too long in here. Okay, so I'm putting that back in there so it's not on my way. Let's start with, let me put this on the right side. Okay, this is a 6x6 card. With this mechanism, I am thinking you can probably use a 4 for 4.25 by 5.5. And I will show you what changes I think may be needed. So you can just adjust, but I think the mechanism does not need to be updated, and I'll explain that here in a little bit. Tara is saying that she wants the card. I hope it's fun. Anyways, so the first thing we are going to need is, and I already have it scored, guys, it's a piece of black cardstock. It's 12 by 6, score in the middle, so it's scored at 6. If you don't have 12 by 12 paper, you can obviously just get 2 pieces of one of 6 by 6 and the other one of 6.5 by 6, and score at 1/2 inch in that 6.5 piece, and then just add them together, right? So there's not a whole lot complication. I actually bought black cardstock a while back because Stampin' Up stopped having it, and I bought something. It's not really as good as ours, but hey, I have it here, so might as well use it. And then, of course, I already have my layers ready. These are just the layers for the inside and the outside. I am using, oh goodness, I had the name of these and I forgot. I'm trying to look for it, but I don't know where I put it. Wait, I found it. I found it. It's called Full of Life DSP. It's I think it's a retired DSP at this point in time. These may be the one that we're going to be using, and these are already embossed as well. So let's start adding these, and then you guys will help me decide if that's what we want to use. And I'm going to do something that I usually don't do, which is show you the card before, but that will give you an idea of why I am debating. I just like people to have the surprise. And so the card looks like this. And which one do I want? I have two options today, actually, because it's easy to make, especially if you have, I don't know, the ephemera packs or something. It's pretty easy in that sense. So I'm going to show you this one, and this is how the mechanism look. Isn't that adorable? Or the inside of the card looks. So what I don't know is if I use this in here, would this be too much? You see how, I mean, even, let me show it up close. I use these because it just looks so cute, like in the back and everybody just standing up in there, right? And so, hey, how are you, Kiwi? And so, but I am wondering if white on white is better, just to see, you know, these, like, make more contrast, I guess. I don't know. I still think that these will do great. And actually, let's go ahead and start, and then we can add this later, just because I'm not decided on if I want these or I just want white. So let's go ahead and push this on here. Now, of course, if you do white on white, the mechanism will be barely noticeable. Let me bring this one back up here. Like, you can barely see that one. This one is basic beige. There's in the back. And so that, you know, you can really, Tracy, I'm so glad you like it. You can barely see the mechanism. And so I think that you can do it in any color. White on white will be barely noticeable. Black on black, you know, I don't know. I just feel that if you use like kind of a one of those colors, it would not really matter. Now, because this is a fun card, I decided we're going to do the mechanism in Berry Burst, which is one of the colors from the suite, and I have it already here. We're going to do it together because it takes a little bit of extra, you know, paying attention, and I feel that it's easier for us to do it. And I have a white piece here so we can just follow and write on it and do whatever so you guys can see it better. So the way we're going to do this is going to go in 3/4 of an inch increments, and this piece measures 6 by 2.5. Okay, so we're going to start here, and let's see, we're going to alternate between the pencil, or you know, whatever you want to mark with, and the score line. So we're going to align, you know, I guess place horizontally aligned 3/4, and we're going to make and I always find closing better for whatever reason, because, you know, there's one. Of course, if you have one of those, how you call them, the scoring boards, it may be a whole lot easier. But since this is all I have, we'll make do. And now we're going to go to 1.5, and we are going to score. And then we're going to move to 2.25, and we're going to make that little mark in there. And then 3. And score 3 3/4, and make the little mark. And that was like 2 marks. That's so funny. And 4.5, and we're going to score. So again, we're alternating marks and scoring, and our last mark is 5.25. Okay, whoops, yeah, our last mark. So that's how it goes. We'll work on that later. Now we're going to place vertically, and on the side that has no marks, and right, so I'm going to turn it. we are going to align there at 1/2 inch. Let me see, it's kind of like not well aligned there. Okay, align at 1/2 inch, and then we're going to go all the way to 1 3/4. And you can tell on the other sides, on the right hand of the trimmer, it says 3/4. So again, we're using that 3/4 measurement. And what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to move these in here. No, I guess I'm going to try to do it with that. I can't see very well, but I'm going to mark at the edge and on each. Maybe I can do this. I need it closer to me. So let me move this a tiny bit so I can close. So I can see, guys. I'm sorry. And on each of the score lines. So we have 3 score lines, and I'm making a little mark in there and on the edge. So on the top edge, on the bottom edge, and on each score line. Hey, I didn't do too bad. Look at that. Can you see? Yeah, that's not bad. It's more or less within the score line, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to score, not vertically, sorry, diagonally between all our points. Okay, and we're going to create, oh yes, triangles. I guess it by now we all know the triangles are kind of like what makes mechanisms work. So for whatever reason, so I'm going to align those two dots that I created, and I'm going to score. Yes, it is important that they are well aligned. I guess I can, do double here because this is not going to go in the card, but pay attention to that, so it's well scored between those two dots. And actually, guys, I'm going to bring this here and make a bigger dot just because mine was not too good. None of these will be totally visible, and that's why I obviously recommend pencil, so you can just erase those later on. So let's bring the next one. So yep, there's one, and we're just going to do that. So we're going to score diagonally between those 2 points. And here I'm going slowly, guys. Now, Sarah, the lady that came up with this amazing mechanism, I mean, kudos to her. She mentioned she did it a little bit different. I like things that are easy. Let me rephrase this. To me, easy means that I can follow my trimmer, right? Like organizing in my trimmer with marks and scoring and stuff like that. And so this is what seemed easier to me. You saw her name, and if you have like other questions as you want to see how she did it, I always say I'll try to remember how to to add the video, but I always forget, guys, and I don't do it on purpose, I promise, but yeah, I forget. By the time I'm done with like taking pictures and putting them in the tutorial and finishing the post and the blog post and everything, like, yeah, I completely forget about it. So let me see. There you go. Okay, so I am going to bring this up here so you guys can see. There you go. This is how it will look like, but you have a very clear picture in here of how it looks like. So the template, okay? So now we are going to fold these, and also the folding, everything is included. We're going to fold the 1/2 inch. We're going to fold that, not like that. I don't know what I'm trying to fold this kind of backwards. We are, sorry guys, I'm looking at my piece. You guys know I always have templates, and it just guides. Always make a template. It takes no time, but it helps so much. And so we're folding these. If this is the front, those will be mountain. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold now these 3 score lines. So that first one is going to go valley. The second one is going to go mountain, and the third one is going to go valley, and it's going to give us kind of like a W M, I guess M look. And this is what the mechanism will look like, completely folded. So what she did in her video was making these marks with the, I'm going to show you real quick. So she aligned these at 3/4 and make the mark, right? I just found out that it didn't go through all, all the three, is it three? No, all the 4 pieces, all the 4 panels. And so I had to go back again and do it. So that's when I'm like, no, I have to figure out something that's easier, right, for me. So there we go. Now I'm going to fold this in half, and I am going to cut. So from the close edge, right, all the way to the first core line. You can do this separately. This is just making it faster. And like we've done sometimes, I'm just going to cut in here and make a just a little diagonal cut so it's easier, right? It looks a little bit better. And then we're going to do the other diagonal cut. So we just created 2 flaps. That this is what's going to add the mechanism to the card itself, or the card base. Okay, so that's the only cut we need to do. And now we are going to fold this. So, and this is also very clearly stated in the template, but we're going to fold mountain, okay? Then this one, we're going to push back. So I'm going to come back here. So what I did is, you're going to fold like that, fold there, help them. Goodness, there. So we're pushing back. So remember, this is the front. So I'm pushing this up here like that. But it's easier to do from the back. So we've got the first one, and we're going to fold all together. So there's the first triangle. Now the middle triangle will be pushing. So let me see. So this will be pushing forward, sorry guys, and this will be pushing backwards. And that one is a little bit easier to do. So all we're doing is pushing back. There you go. And sometimes I don't know, I always try to figure out how can I make this easier? How can I explain easier? Sometimes you just push and it pops up immediately for whatever reason. Sometimes it has given me a hard time. So I don't know how to say what to do better, I guess, or how to do this better. But bottom line, like if I am, this will be the back, right? And I'm going to push this one this way. So if I just like kind of help folding a little bit in the score lines, it kind of like starts taking the form we want. And the last one, which would be this corner, that one is full mountain. So the way I described it is, this one is mountain, this one is push backwards. No, this one is push backwards, this one is push front, I don't know guys, and this one is push backwards. But this is how you are going to push it. And I did advise people to kind of watch the video, because I think that it makes more sense. I just sometimes have a hard time explaining how this looks, but then there you go. So these two, the middle panel and these are looking that way. That's how I see them. And the 2 side panels are looking this way, so towards me. Okay. And these will be, so this is just the mechanism. So let's go ahead, and by the way, we're going to do that again because I forgot I have not done that here. Sorry guys. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that, give it a good burnish, and then we're going to fold these. That's a good practice, right? So valley, mountain, and valley. And once we have that, I'm just going to fold this in 2, and I'm going to cut all the way to the first score line. And then I'm just going to, am I doing this correctly? sometimes, guys, I'm just going to cut. Yeah, I was doing it right. We're going to cut in there, and then we're going to cut in here. Okay, and we got those flaps, and then we're going to do together. So these flaps go mountain, and so we're going to do together. So mountain, then we're pushing this one towards me. I don't know why it always works better that way for whatever reason. Okay, we got one. The one in the middle, we push backwards, or far away from me. I don't know how to say it, guys. Sometimes, again, my explanations don't work very well. And then the next one will go towards me. All you need is to push a little bit and it'll be happy. Yeah, maybe it's not so happy. Okay, there we go. And lastly, the corner will go mountain. And that's our mechanism. So one of the things that she advised in the video is to add the strips, which I'll show you here in a minute, before adding it to the card. And I think that really makes sense, because that way you can like push and see if it's closing correctly, if there are elements that are against each other or fighting with each other. So I really think that's a good idea. And also, I can't claim this tip. It was hers. It's brilliant. So I am using some acetate, right? So we don't see, well, we see less of the floating, of what's helping our die cuts float. But you're going to need, I'm using tear and tape on one side and then on the other side. So that way you'll be able to glue this as best as possible. So it's really easy, because you're going to need several strips, and I'll tell you here the measurements in a second. So what you're going to create, there it goes, you're going to need, and obviously I didn't do that at the beginning, and I was like, oh my god, that's brilliant, I was not paying attention, chucker. So you're going to need 6 little strips of acetate, or white cardstock or whatever you're using, and this measures 1.5 by 1/4 of an inch. And then you're going to need 4 of 2 inches, yeah, 2 inches by 1/4 of an inch. I just wanted to show you this because this is really brilliant. Saves you a lot of time. As you guys can tell, I'm using a lot of just die cuts from the suite and some of the things that it already has. And then here are the sentiments I was telling you about. And what I did with them is I just stamped them and then put some clear embossing powder, so they have a little bit of extra fun, and just heat emboss. So all of them are like that. This one is not perfectly well stamped, but I think it's going to make it so much fun, because we're going to add those sassy sentiments with drinks, and I just think it looks I just think it goes fantastic. So I am going to bring out my my little strips in here, and I'm just putting them in separate piles so I don't make mistakes. So see, that's the 1.5, and yeah, it's all mixed and matched, guys, but I know that it just makes it easier. Let me see, where's my other big ones? Here's the big ones. Okay, I think I have what I need. I made a ton of them, so I will have to make another one, I guess. Okay, so this is also included in your template, because again, it's just easier, but there's a special location, I guess, maybe, for the strips that we're going to be using. And so again, like I said, those are included in the template, so you know where they go, so you don't have to pay like extra attention right here right now. But I'm going to bring, so this is the 1.5. So the 1.5, and I want to say this so you guys know, here's the template, and it's the one that's bigger. I think the camera doesn't prefer to look at this for whatever reason. It seems like it's jumping. But so you can see here it says 2, and then right down below it says 1. So that's the where you're going to put the strip. So there's 2 inches, and just 1.5 was too big, so I just used 1, but I did clarify that. Here it just didn't fit in the template very well, so I figured, you know, might as well do that. And I am just going, this is going to take a little bit of time, not a whole lot, but we're going to have to, of course, remove all these backings before and that takes some time. So see, like these, you can put these flat like that, you can put a little more kind of diagonal, kind of like that if you want. In the end, the main concern is that they don't like be against each other when the mechanism is closing. And so I'm going to bring one of the bigger ones, and I am going to put that one up here. And you guys can tell, uh-oh, this one is on the wrong side. That's fine. We'll add something to it here in a minute. I guess a glue dot will do. And that's why it needs to be on different sides, because this will glue to the back of the cardstock, and this one needs the glue or the adhesive on the front. It's jumpy. The camera is jumpy, right? It's not very happy. I'm going to bring this other one. Let me know if there's any like issues with the camera. I see it. I see myself. Well, my hand's jumping, I guess. I'm going to put this one up here. This one is a hard one to put because you can, I don't know if you can put it in here. Let's see. Oh, that one may be good in there. So I'm just going to put this one up here. You can put it right here towards the back. And I think that's how she did it. But you can barely see it. When this is here, then you sometimes can't see that very well. So we're going to have, and I'm using my template, guys. Oh my gosh, I hate that it's jumpy. I don't know what's happening. This is the 2-inch one, and this is the middle triangle. And so we're going to put that one up here. And I'm going to bring another one of the 2-inch ones. And if you notice, in some of them, I added 2 glue dots, and that's mainly because some of the images that I used in the other one were bigger, and I felt that it needed like some extra help. I think that one is too close to each other. So I'm going to remove this a tiny bit and move it a bit. Just putting a little more diagonal. I'm sorry about the jumping. It's driving me insane. I'm so sorry about it. And then we're going to bring 2 of these small ones and add them in here as well. So a couple of things that are important in is when you add these, let me bring this up here. When you add these, just don't put the strip all the way to the fold lines or the score lines, because it may be in the way of folding, right? And I'm bringing, let's see, the other small one. And we're going to add that one there, just right there. Again, there's not exactly a whole lot of rhyme or reason where they need to go. Like more diagonal, more straight. But you do have to close and make sure that they're not like in the way of each other. And we're going to do that often. So I'm wondering why it's so jumpy. I'm so sorry, guys. Anyways, it seems less jumpy in your end, but I am sorry. And then we're going to bring, okay, let me see. We're going to bring the small one, and we're going to add that one. So you have it in here. So it's like in this one. And I was thinking, did she add this one in here and I just didn't pay attention? I don't think so. That's so funny. But I'm going to put it this way anyways. If you put it that way, it may be more visible. She uses, which is very cool. I'm just making sure this is not in the way. She uses butterflies, and it looks really, really adorable. So that is a good option. Once you see this, well, you saw that, you can use this with whatever you guys want. I was thinking actually, ghosts, pumpkins. I was thinking birds if you have enough, of course, flowers. Um, Wait, I'm trying to open this. It's not working, so we're going to use this one and we'll add the other one. I was thinking the otters, that would be so much fun. Anyways, there's all sorts of great options for you to use, and kind of like, I guess it's not endless because you will need definitely somewhere that is not crazy. You guys are so funny. It is not like, so there you go. That's the mechanism. That's all you need. There's just one little step extra, but let me add some of the glue dots to these two panels, to the big ones that I did not have them in the right place. It is, I mean, think about it. Wait, am I doing this in the correct? Yes. Think about it. It is not super crazy difficult. I'm just going to say we've done much more complicated cards, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay, this is part of the mechanism. I am going to bring the last piece, which now I can't see part of it. There it is. Part of it is I can't see it. It's because it's another piece of acetate. This piece of acetate measures 1/4 of an inch by 6.5, and we are going to score these. And we're going to score these at, let me see, at 1.5. So I know you can't see, but I promise I'm scoring it. So this is 1.5. Of course, make a good effort because it's acetate and it's harder to kind of like work on it. We're going to go to 3 and score. We're going to go to 3.25 as I'm trying to make this, and score. 3.5 and score. And was that it? Oh no, we need one more. 3.5, and where is my measurement? Sorry guys, I forgot which was the next one. And 5. See, I got it. And 5. Okay. And yes, this is going to be a little, it's acetate. It's not going to love it being folded. So, that's what it is. But we're going to go, okay, let me remove all these little pieces in here because it just gets in my way. So we're going to go and fold Bali. Oops, mostly. Yes, it is hard, guys. You'll have to like really push in there. Valley, mountain. And that's why I was telling you, just maybe do more than I did, because first of all, I can barely see. Let's start with the basics. And then it's harder to push this one. And then valley, so valley, mountain, valley. Then we'll bring the other one, that will be mountain, and valley. So we're creating kind of like these. You're not going to see. Let me see if this helps a little bit. Whoops. This shape. Okay. And what we're going to do in here is, okay, I'm just going to push this real well for a little bit, guys. And I'm going to bring my tear and tape. I know sometimes I can't talk. I was saying that today in one of the really high important meetings. It's like, I swear I can't speak English. Doesn't sound like it. And we're going to add a piece of it in, so the first strip or the edge strip, so one in there where there is the closed edge. So open edge, close edge, and this is the edge flap, if you want to call it. So we have one there, and we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So that's what it will look like. Let me see if I close it. You can probably see it better. It's on the edges on the side. Okay, and now I'm bringing my mechanism, and I'm going to remove these backings. This one, the others were really easy. This one's a little rebellious, and I'm going to remove them both at the same time. We're going to fold it together just like that, and we're going to bring these in. We're going to add it here in the middle. That way we have more strips in the middle to play with. And so there we go. Let me see, guys. So I'm trying to grab this in a way that I can close it so it's easier, right? So again, acetate is rebellious, so but these will go here in the middle, and I am just going to close this as best as I can, and there we go. And I probably seems like I put far too much, and I am going to put this one a little bit up higher. So let me move this a little bit here so it's not against the other one. Let me show you what happened and why I'm moving it a little bit. Okay, maybe like that. So, and I'm closing to make sure that works. So what happened, guys, is that when I put this, it was kind of on top of these strips. So that kind of, you know, goes against our objective of having more areas where to put. So we added 2 extra, and then we'll add something here in the middle. If you want to be this a little like maybe further, then the piece in the middle will not, you know, suffer as much. Let me see. I think that's where I want it. And so again, I'm just closing and making sure that none of the strips is going against each other at this point in time. And I can see that this is not closing perfectly, so I'm going to move it all the way to the inside and close, and that just so. Okay. If you have any questions, ask them now. So this is the mechanism, and all we have to do now is decorate. And of course, I have a gazillion little cutouts in here. This one is so funny. Let's get this party started so I can be home by 9. Come on, guys, it's so funny. They're all funny. Treat yourself because I didn't get you anything. Oh, this is hilarious. Anyways, I hope it ends up being funny as I expect them to be. And all we're going to do now, guys, is add our drinks and our sentiments around and figure out where do we want them, right? So I have a few big ones and a few small ones. Let me show you. Again, I did cut a lot. So this is all paper. This is all paper cuts. Or fussy cuts, I'm sorry. So I have some that are smaller, and I have some of the smaller ones because we will use them around here to kind of cover all those, well, the strips and the tear and tape. It kind of looks ugly, but there you go. You can put one like that, and then boom, it's no longer there, and it just looks more decorated, and it looks a lot of fun. So I am bringing all these colors that I have cut out. We have some decorations here for the drinks because I figured might as well, and some more bottles. I cut a few bottles. I cut a few bottles with the drink too. So we are just going to have some good old fun decorating these. I mean, again, all these are cutouts. I mean, fussy cut. This is actually a cutout from the paper. And I'm bringing all those that we're going to be using today. Probably the one I laugh the most is this one. And it says, here here's to another year of questionable decisions. And oh my gosh, I'm telling you, I just was laughing so bad when I saw that. So we have, again, a variety of them, and let's start decorating because I can't just keep playing with this. Um, let's start with this one because this is a big one. So I'm thinking that these bigger ones can be up here. There is, or there can be a problem, and that is, where's my card base? Maybe. Here we go. Let me bring the card base back so you guys can see. So this is going to go in here. And so if you put it to, I mean, if you have something as big as this, then at some point it may just go off. So we'll have to look at that eventually. What I am going to do in this case, and I should have thought about that, and it is, I'm just going to cut a little bit of here in fussy cut, and that is because it has like a very big border, and we are able to kind of remove a, like, I don't know, probably like 1/8 of an inch, but that's good enough. That's quite a bit. And so there you go. Like you have this one. Let me see one thing. Okay, I'm thinking I'm going to put this one in here. So we're going to start decorating. I know it's taking a little bit, always takes me a little bit, but I hope this is as fun as I am thinking it's going to be. And again, we'll do these over and over again so we make sure that there's no interference between the different die cuts. I don't know how to call them. I'm going to bring this one in here, and I am actually going to bring some, I saw them, okay, an extra glue dot in here. So because these are bigger options. Where did I put them? Oh, here it is. So that one I want to put there, and I am thinking I'm going to bring these, I think this is Tiger, Timid Tiger, and we're going to bring this one, wait. So I'm going to bring this one, I'm going to put it in here. So we are, oh, thank you, Tracy. We are going to add the sentiments and the, sorry guys, I'm looking for some more blue dots. I have about 1,000 of them. For the sentiments, and we're going to use the sentiments and the drinks, and I think it's just going to be so fun to open and have all those sentiments and all that. It's just going to be funny, I think, I hope. So I'm going to put that one in there, and then we have this beautiful one. I probably will use this one. See, no, it's okay. Let me see. Okay, see what I was telling you about it? It's kind of like being there in the way. I need to move these a little bit. That's going to be a problem, I think, to this side. Let's see if that works better. Okay, yeah. So I mean, just that's why we have to close and close and close. So make sure that nothing is going to be in the way of these. And I'm going to bring this green one in here. And I like the green because it really matches with the purple and the berry burst. And always remember, I don't know if you guys, when we had the color wheel, when it was released, I think there were a couple of videos explaining how that looks, but I think that there are colors, so those colors that are complementaries will always kind of look really good together. They bring each other, you know, kind of alive, making sure this is working. There we go. And I'm going, because of that, I'm going to bring actually this one in here. No, I'm going to wait. Sorry, guys. Let's bring the bigger ones. I have another really big one, and I'm just wondering if this is going to look there. I'm going to bring the orange one. Let's see how this rolls. And of course, oh, here they are. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, well, that did not work very well. And yes, the easiest way is to add these when you have the big, like before you cut the strips. And I would all say, you know, add some extra in here. So let me see. I'm gonna add this here. I'm leaving some space in there, and then I'm going to close it. That's still working. That's good. And so this one that says let's get the party started, it's pretty big, and I'm just not sure if it will. Oh, maybe I can just put it here. Oh, you know, maybe I can just put it here in the middle. So we're going to fold these in half. I'm going to use my trimmer for that, guys. It's just the easiest way to do it for me. I don't even know if this is exactly half of it, but I'm just going to score it real quick, and we'll put this in the middle. And again, like I said, this is going to be a super sassy, fun card, and and not everybody is able to receive a card like this and not get, I don't know, offended or something. But if you have a friend that will enjoy it, and of course you can make this super, super cute. Just think, the other one I have to show you, you already saw that one, the one with the storybook moments. That one is really cute. And then the other one, I have another one. That one is also super cute, and I think you guys are gonna love it. So I'm gonna bring this one with green again, just kind of all those colors. These are the colors from the suite, and all I'm doing, so I put the glue dots there in the middle, and then I just fold it and push, and now I'm gonna make sure that there's nothing is in the way, same as we've been doing. There you go. That's, isn't that funny? Like, just think opening a card and seeing all these all these drinks mix and match with those really funny sentiments. I'm going to bring, let me see. I think I want a bottle in there. Let's see which bottles I have. I think I need like a purple bottle, right? What do you guys think? Oh, I have one that I really wanted to use. So sorry, guys. Oh, this is one though. So this is a really fun one. I am thinking this is not going to be ideal because it's just too big. Maybe if I can put it here. Sorry guys, playing around, just playing around. I think I'm going to put it in here. It's just a funny one. And again, I'm going to bring another piece of, another glue dot, so it just helps with the gluing. I just think that because this one is so big, it will be noticeable right there, and then it will not be in the way when we're closing these. Then I think I'm going to bring this one in here because it makes quite a bit of contrast, right, between these two. Let me see, because these two are on the bigger side, so I'm just wondering if, so this one will not work well there. This one may work here. So actually I'm going to add, yeah, let's go with that one. Let's add that one in here. So we're going to add the picture right there. And again, guys, just making sure it all closes. I'm actually going to move this. I should have moved it a little bit towards the side. More there, more towards the side. And I'm going to turn it a little bit. It doesn't matter. We'll just need to make sure that it breaks it, that it is not on the way of it. I think I want this one in here, but for that one, because it's a little heavier, let me bring a tiny piece of tear and tape. If I find my scissors, that'll be amazing. And we'll see if that works. Yes, it is. It is very funny. I think so. Tara is saying that it's sassy. It is very funny. I just think that is a wonderful, wonderful set if you like to have some good old fun with your friends. So there you go. So we'll close it. It all still closing well. That one is like lower, but I like it because it kind of like covers the flaps where we're going to be attaching, and I think that that's fun. I have, so let's bring some of these bottles. I have a purple bottle in here, and that's the one I'm going to use now. And I'm just putting the glue dots in here because maybe that'll speed up the process. Of course, the glue dots want to collaborate. Oh, yes. So the rabbit one is very cute. I agree. That one is, and that one, of course, it makes it so much easier, guys, because we have okay, just making sure this works again. We have all that ephemera, right? And so you just can work so well with those things that yeah, to me, it's totally worth it. So I am going to bring, so remember that we had maybe, where is that one? So I had a big lemon. Okay, here's the lemon. I'm going to bring the big lemon and I'm going to cover this one in here. So again, we just don't have those things looking, and they don't look ugly. And we just have that in there and it will work very, very well. And you can use smaller things, you can use bigger things. I noticed in the ones I made, I thought that it needed to be like smaller things. It does not, as long as you're able to add them in a way like that, and it's not, again, misbehaving would be the right word. Okay, so there you go. And let's, again, we're just going to keep adding things in here. I like this smaller one. Nope, no that. This is a good area to add just you know, whatever, some of those things I got, like some of these you can put behind, you can put one in here. So we can really go above and beyond, which you guys love, know that I love adding and adding stuff. You can add one in here. Let's see if that will work. So what really takes more time, let's face it, is the decorating, right? Because you'll have to like just play around with what you like and how you like it, and there you go. And you have to close over and over again to make sure that it will be closing correctly. We have these. Let me bring the strawberries. I'm going to bring the strawberries again. Remember that playing with the complementary colors. They kind of, what would be the right word? They kind of like really work well with each other, even if they're like so different, right? And you can use your wheel to see that, because the wheel that was, whoops, there we go. So there all we are doing here now is covering those uglies. And we still have some extra space in here to add. I'm thinking of adding another of, I don't know why I keep getting that one. I know I had another, so I have with this one, it's another picture. I'm thinking I want it in here. And there we go. And yes, you know, we'll close, make sure it all works well. We have some orange, which I really like that orange combo. So I'm going to add the orange in here. So I cover some of that. I think I'm going to put it in these because it's obviously, okay. These not dimensionals. These are not working as well as the others were. Maybe because they were bigger, but see, like this is not adding well. So forget that. I don't know why I'm struggling when I can do this and I know it's going to work. Sometimes, guys, sometimes it's just funny how your brain works. Okay, so let's add this one in here. And again, all we're doing is adding some funny and beautiful add-ons. That's dumb, but yeah, it happened. So I'm gonna add these, oops, can't get now, this fun element with that one there, and I'm just gonna put it in here. Did I get it? I get it through. So again, we'll have to do these over and over again. I know it's a little bit boring because, you know, but that way you save yourself some time and some errors. I'm going to bring that half lemon in there to cover that. Oh, kiwi. Yeah. Okay. Oh, these are really not working well. Why aren't you working for me? See, okay. I know I keep saying that. I'm just going to put those away. Sorry, guys. They're so small. It just looks so perfect, but they're just not getting the job done. So I need to finish this video eventually, right? I'm sorry it's taking a little longer. So I'm just putting that one there. So again, just decorating, and it all fits. So where we have one extra here, guys, and really I'm just going to bring these two and put those there, and we'll put some extra with them. So I'll bring our lemons, and I have here some cherries, and we'll add those as well. And there we go. Almost, there we go. Okay, so isn't that funny? We can put some more here. So like I mentioned, I have a few of these extras, and so I'm going to bring that one there, and that will work. This is one of the things I love about Stampin' Up paper, and it's that when they have all these like super fun, how you call them, super fun elements that you can just cut and fussy cut. Yeah, so there we go. So we have everything covered, I think. Isn't that super funny? Now I'm going to put this in here for a minute, and I am going to bring a couple of extra elements in the mechanism, not to cover, but just to make it look better. And because the mechanism is berry burst, I'm going to look for yellows or for greens. Those colors will really look good in here. Like, let me show you this. See, like our purple one works well, but not great. I have this small picture, so I'm going to add the picture in here. I think that will look good, so we'll add a piece of these, tear and tape. Obviously not the way, and I'm putting all the way to the lower, so to the score line, because it's cut so it's less noticeable. I have here another lemon, so I can put the lemon in here, maybe in here, and just gonna add that. Again, a lot of options to play with, and just in this case, make a sassy one. You can make something super cute. You can make something, like I said, for Halloween, sounds like a really good option with ghosts or, you know, ghoulies or whatever. I think that would be fun. I have this one that was, I'm going to put that one in there. And I know they're not super visible, but that helps kind of disguise the mechanism, so that helps a lot. Let me see. Oh my goodness. There we go. So I'm going to bring that one in here. Again, pretty noticeable. Okay, this one needs to move. I'm glad it didn't glue right away. I'm moving it all the way down, and as you guys can tell, there's little piece extras. We're going to cut that. And the last thing I want to add is this one, and because it's, you know, big, I want to add it in here because this can be, you know, kind of looking out or outside the boundary, I guess is what I'm trying to say, not looking out. And I'm going to put a couple of pieces in here, maybe if I find them. And we're going to, there we go. Oh, I'm just glad you guys like it. Isn't that funny? It's just funny. I think it's a really funny one, and totally worth it. Okay, so that's how the person that opens these, that's what they're going to look. So we're going back to what we were discussing initially, and it's, do we want these in here? And I am going to put them like that. I've not glued them, partially because I was not totally sure about, do we want these in here like this? Maybe if I move it here, you can see better. And you're actually going to be able to see a whole lot better than I. So that's how these were going to go. Or do we want them in white? Let me remove that, and then we'll just add that white. Hi, Jeanette. Thank you. What do you guys think? I think that when it's in white, it really like brings up, obviously, the colors. But I really like having some sort of, what would be the right word? Some sort of color in the bottom. What do you guys think? I think I like either way. So I'll wait to hear from you. The last sentiment we have is in here, and that one is going to go in down there, just to kind of keep going. So I see Adrian says the color paper. So color, color, color. We have a lot of color paper here, so that's good. I'm glad. I did make one with the just white. The other one is just white, and you'll see it looks good. I mean, it really looks good. I like it too. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to add these. I'm making sure they're actually like centered there. And yeah, so one of the good things is that this is very burst. I'm not sure if this is very burst, but it's pretty familiar family color, so it will not be too crazy of a difference. So let's add these, and then we'll add the mechanism, and we'll be done, guys. So exciting. One of the things that I was struggling with this paper was the card base. I'm like, do I want it orange? Do I want it, or, you know, berry burst, or what color? And then I was like, why did I ever use black? Black is such a good color for these kind of things, right? Because it's just so neutral, and it actually, the black helps with the popping up of colors. And I'm like, why don't I ever use black? It doesn't make sense. So black it is. Okay, so the middle of the mechanism will have to be aligned with the middle of the card. So this core line, right? So right there. Okay, let me add this. There you go. So what we need to make sure, and this is what I was telling you, you can make this like more together. You can expand this quite a bit, right? Maybe not all the way, but you can expand this. So you can put it like higher up if you want. You can put it more closed. I mean, it really will be up to you to what you want. I think I'm going to go with like middle, more or less in there. I know it's in the middle. So let's go ahead and, okay, you're not seeing. So what I'm doing, so I have the flap here. Remember that flap? So I have it right there. So what I don't want is for this to move because it's perfectly in the center. So I have my flap there. And I am holding that flap, but I'm going to push the mechanism all the way. I'm making sure this is still closing. Yeah, all the way up there. Whoops. And it moved, of course. So try 2. In the middle, I'm holding my mechanism here and holding. Now I'm moving. So I have with my other finger, I'm holding that there, because now I can use my right hand, and now I got it. So this is what I wanted to see, is where I was going to have issues. So this is the only one that I'm having issues with. And I'm feeling tempted of, because there's not a whole lot. I mean, I don't want it to go all the way down. So guys, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to remove these in spite of how much I like it. And we're going to use something else, because I just don't want to struggle trying to move these back and forth and back and forth. And we can, that one is big, that Maria. I'm so funny sometimes. I have another one, don't I? There we go. So I have a smaller one. I can put this one here, and that will do, right? And I can add something else later. We can figure it out. But that one was just too big. So back again. Here's my mechanism. I am calculating more or less that the tall ones are still going to be inside. I'm holding, and I'm still holding. I'm not moving, and making sure it all fits. There you go. Okay, it looks like I need to move a tiny bit, and there we go. So maybe more. I'm gonna hold these back again. I'm holding, making sure that's fine. Okay, so that's where it needs to go because of everything that we have in. Why did it fit better before? That's so interesting. Oh, if we do this way, we'll have less issues here, so we can close it that way. Okay. So I'm sorry, I'm going to do it again because I just want to make sure that the placement is where it needs to go. Okay, so we're having a few issues. These can be limited, but I am just going to move it a tiny bit. So what that means, guys, remember that we can expand these a little bit. We're going to expand this a tiny bit more, and that I think is going to give me more space. And yeah, I'm right. So I'm moving a little backwards just in there. So our picture there you go. Everything is good. I'm folding these, and then we're just going to glue this. And I am bringing some glue. I'm really putting glue in there, so I'm gonna just kind of like disperse it so it all goes into the same place. And I'm gonna move this tiny bit more there. Okay, there, I think we have everything. That flower, not flower, whatever, leaf, we may have to get rid of it eventually. I don't know. I'm moving. I just don't want this to be super low. That's my thing, because I think that the one with the animals was too low too. So okay, I'm gonna close this. Nothing is looking. Everything is inside. Oh, this one is not inside. We'll cut that one. Sorry guys, I'm that simple sometimes. And now that that is here, see, like I don't want this to be super low in there. Oops, that moved. Craps. That's why I don't like glue for these, but there we go. I'm just gonna hold it there. I'm sorry about my reach. And there we go. I think it's getting there. I'm just gonna bring some tear and tape. Maybe that's better. I'll give it some better hold. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these up. Oops. Making sure that's still in the middle. It will work if it's not perfectly in the middle, but I just want it, you know. And I'm going to remove this. Once we have one that it's stable, then you can play a little bit with the next one just to make sure it's all fitting where you want it. And I'm going to just bring that back A little bit in there on the back. So now that I have the glue in there, I can just go and fit this back in here. And I'm just going to sort of close it, but I mean sort of glue it, but not totally, so I can see what's up. And you guys can tell that that one was not great, so we made it. We made it. Okay, so I just moved this. So again, you have a lot of options to play with this in a way that this doesn't happen. Oops. I know that it doesn't like tear and tape. Okay, let me push that one. So if I push it all the way there, it doesn't like it very much. And I am feeling very inclined to just cut this. Bear with me, guys. We'll put something in there smaller. That kind of like looks like it. So remember we had a few, like, there you go. We have some strawberries, so we can put them right there. It's lower and it will work. That's how you fix things in life. Well, in crafting life anyways. There you go. So now that should not be high up and giving us a hard time. That's how it works. Okay, the last thing I told you guys that I really like, and I put it in, this is Secret Sea. I just figured some like random color will work very well in here, because in the end, you know, there's so many colors, and I didn't want to use black. And guys, I have so many things to decorate here. You can put some extra things in here. I'm just going to move forward. I may just leave it like this. This is enough, I think. Isn't this super fun and super sassy? I just think it's hilarious, hilarious. Anyways, let's finish the front, because we still have to finish the front. And here I am chatting my life away. So I have all the pieces here. So you know, I rarely ever do these, but I like having just panels in the front. So we're going to use these 3 panels. These measure 1.5 by 5.5. So, you know, we always start with the ones in the edges. And I know we should have done this before, because now it's really difficult to glue this, but we'll be fine. So I'm just putting these, eyeballing that this looks, you know, pretty similar. And then we'll add this last one, which is the one in the middle. And so, and again, if you do the sides first, and I know most of you know that, if you do the sides first, that will work very well, because then it's easier to actually center the other piece. And what I have here, guys, is just decal rectangles, decal circles, because why not call them rectangles? I do know my geometric things, and I have I have orange and yellow, and I just have all these like crazy colors, guys, and I think that just make it so much fun. And I have that one, and let me see. So this is going to go in here. I still have, because why not, some stamping to do. I know. I'm pushing. Oh my goodness. Did you see that? That can move with the whole thing. That is so funny. I guess my magnet was not really holding it together. There you go. There you go. Maybe because it's the first time I'm using these. And I'm going to bring, this is Berry Burst. I think it's a good color. It's a bright color. I really like Berry Burst. You can use whatever. Black would be ideal too. But I have another piece in here that is Berry Burst. And so I am just making this mix and match. So see that one there. And we're going to add these. And there we go. So all crazy colors. It's again, it's just not what I usually do, which I find funny. And then we have more colors in here because this is very burst. I'm not going to bring that very burst. I'm going to bring the yellow. This one like that. And then we have some extra foliage thingy here that we can use here in the back just to create some extra contrast. Maybe like that. And then we'll add these. And of course, I'm going to add these first on the low side. So I guess I'm putting glue on the bottom is what I'm trying to say. Low side is not even, it's not even a thing. I'm pushing this a little bit there. Oh, oh, thank you. You're welcome, Jeanette. See, I can read some French. Like I understand French. I can't really talk French because my pronunciation is horrendous. Okay, and I'm gonna put this one right there. So we have all our sips. We have this one in here, and I'm bringing that super colorful. Again, not what I do all the time, but I just figure we're gonna do something different. And this one is gonna go in here. And these, I'm just centering. And then we'll add these here in the middle with dimensionals because we all know I love dimensionals. So we're just gonna add these, and I love these straight dimensionals. They are so useful, guys. I love them. So we're gonna add a few of them. And if you've been here before, you know I always add far too many, and I'm totally okay with that. I just feel that that way there's no movement. I am not, well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who receives this card in the end. I mean, again, it has to be somebody with a lot of sense of humor because it's kind of funny. But I'm really enjoying it. Okay, we're almost done, guys. There we go. I'm just putting that there in the middle. Happy birthday straight. And ta-da! Goodness, it took us forever. So what takes a little bit of time, yes, it is the decorating piece. I'm looking for my little pin that I can't find now. That's very sad all the time when that happens. Oh, it just gets lost. Oh, really, Kiwi? Kiwi saying that she was not sure she liked the DSP, but changing her mind. So I like it very much. It's very bright. Of course, Adrian. And there you go. Isn't that super fun? Oh, come on, guys. It's really funny. And then you have all these sassy sentiments in there. Anyway, so that's the one. The one I showed you before. It's the one with storybook moments. And yes, I love this one. I mean, you can't, that's partially what I was saying. You can't see very well some of these things, but I absolutely love it. Super easy to make. I didn't have to fussy cut anything. This was done, right? Like for me, because it has so much ephemera, and that one works really well. Let me move this out of the way and all my little pieces out of the way. So that's the second one. And the third one, I used the Be Mine suite, all retired. There's a new one, right? There's a new one with the scrapbook kits. And this is just, so you figure it has a ton of bees all over with some hearts and just a couple of flowers. And it's super cute because the flying bees, it's just so cute, right? I just love it. This one was one that again I like. It had to go lower. If, for example, things to think about, right? Like if you make these, let's say instead of two, 1 3/4, and this one instead of 1.5, 1 and let's say 1 1/4, then you know you'll have much more or less expansion, and that's when I think you can fit it in a regular uh, 4.5 by 5, like 4.25 by 4.25 by 5.5 card, because the mesh did so. Let me show you that. The mechanism itself, it's probably, I don't know, 2 inches and 2 inches, so you will still have some optioning here. So I, oh, that one like kind of bent. So I just the thought, right? Um, you can probably do that. I mean, the other thing is making these a little shorter. So the mechanism, maybe making it 2 inches instead of 2.5. I think that will make also a difference. I did not try them. I just thought they were so cute, big, and bold that that I didn't even figure that. But try to figure the I mean the other measurements. But I think that again, there's options to shorten it without a whole lot of change within the mechanism. And there you go. That is our card today. This is still rebellious, guys. Trying to get out. Oh, really? Thank you. Elizabeth is saying it's not, the bundle is not retired yet. And is the paper still available, Elizabeth? But anyways, there's the other paper, the one that is like in berry burst and pool party. It's just very beautiful. And there you go. There you go. You have all these like drinks around. They are so fun. I think I would like this one kind of standing that way, but I may change it later. It's just super funny. Guys, I absolutely love it. It's so fun. I think again, it has to be given to somebody with a sense of humor, but it is fun. Kiwi is, you saw that. It's not, oh, merci beaucoup. See, that's all I can say decently, I think. Sort of decently, not really. But I understand. That's no paper. Okay, thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, there's no paper. Like if you guys, I mean, like the card is done, guys. If you want to go, go. Let me show you the paper I mean. They actually have them together because they are, it's called Meant to Be is the scrapbooking kit. And those are the colors in it. So it's Old Olive, Berry Burst, Pool Party, Bubble Bath. So this is a really cute paper. Just, you know, is this exact same paper as the Be My Valentine, except it just have different colors. So, you know, I really like it because I really like those colors. But anyways, yeah, you have tons of options to play with. And again, just think of that. You know what? Think of the otters, awesomely otters. I think they are on sale. Aren't they on sale? I think they're on sale. Oh, Adrian is saying she may try this for her husband. I was thinking drinks. Remember that other that we had a while back that had like whiskey and wine, and it was like a meal. That would be fun. Hey, if he likes fishing, then fish. That would be a fun one too. I was also thinking too about, do you remember the one for fall that had like donuts and all sorts of decorations for fall? What was it called? I don't remember what it was called, but that's another one that would look super fun in here for fall. Um, Anything that has animals, of course. If you have a lot of butterflies is perfect too. So anyways, you have tons of options, guys, to play with this card, and I think it's just fun. And the mechanism is not really complicated, guys. It's just this thing. What takes a little bit of time is adding the decorations, so adding the strips and the decorations, because yeah, it takes, but that's part of the fun, isn't it? Okay, I know. Yes, better than, that's the one I'm thinking of. Thank you, Adrian. So, thank you so much for being here with me today. I so appreciate it. I think I have at least one video for next next Tuesday. I think so. I think I have both videos actually set up. So, you know, it's not going to be live. I'll try to be there, make it a how's it called, a premiere, so I can be in the chat with you guys. But yeah, I will be out and I will miss you all. That's why I'm trying to join in the premiere for next week. And let me see. Thank you so much again for being here. Tara saying, anyone got wine? I have some wine. I may go and drink some. Actually, my amazing husband is making this delicious brisket, so can't wait to go and have some dinner. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate all your support. If you like the video, like and share, and also subscribe if you haven't. That helps me a lot here in YouTube, helps beat the algorithm. There's a lot of people posting and it's hard to get to get noticed. So if you help me that way, that's amazing. I will really appreciate it. And then you can share to just like your Facebook or your Instagram, and so that I would appreciate it. Let me see. If you need anything, please let me know, guys. There's my email. Maybe let me move in here. It always moves the wrong way. I don't know why this mouse is not perfect. But anyways, it's Maria at mariascraftingcorner.com. Let me know if you need anything at all. And let me see. I think that's all, guys. So thank you so much, and see you in 2 weeks. But I'll be posting different videos through through these 2 weeks. So bye bye. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I don't know where my thingy went. I'm trying to close this. I'm sorry, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and may God bless you richly. Bye.